China has not only come out with some bang anime series in recent years, but now they are setting a new standard for manga too, or should I say Manhua. Now tell me you didn't see at least one image of these two. Maybe this, or perhaps this one, and you thought the same thing as I did. It's one of those Korean stepmom shit that pops up everywhere. Now don't lie, it's not though, thank god. It's a Chinese manhwa depicting the daily high school lives of Nan Hao and Shang Feng. Research says crocodile when biting its prey will do death roll, so when you get bitten you must roll in the same direction of the crocodile. As long as your speed is fast enough, you can unscrew the head of the crocodile. This is the peak fiction, raw, fire stuff I'm talking about. It's a no-commitment manhwa with an episodic structure depicting the hilarious interactions between these two boys who call themselves Dad and Son. I promise it does make sense. Maybe. And what I like about them is how fucking real they behave. Like, when I was in high school, nobody tried to revive some school club. I wasn't getting assaulted for picking up somebody's pen. I wasn't going on private islands with the student council and be forced to partake in a death game. I didn't have crushes on my teachers, because they all look like that one picture with Sylvester Stallone. No, I was struggling to hold back laughter during class because for some reason, everything becomes 10 times funnier when you're not allowed to laugh. I was playing silly slap games, trolling my mates, getting into these stupid and silly scenarios that, when I think back on them, I realize how stupid and silly they were. But that's how life was. Nan Hao has a crush on his classmate, a blonde blue-eyed chick who's quite a looker. She might draw yaoi porn of him getting railed, but there's always a catch when you look this good. And here he is admiring her, thinking of a way to confess his feelings, when suddenly his freaking friend drops him, blocking his view with his sexy pose and deep eye contact. It's funny because it's real. I've had that friend, I've also been that friend. Or when they are forced to wear their school badges properly, only to mess around in defiance like retards seconds before they pass the checks. It has this me and the boys vibe taken to the max level, like playing rock paper scissors battle shonen style while wearing suits and ties. These interactions, seemingly mundane, are the heart of the story. They make me go, yeah, I've been there, and it's awfully nostalgic to me. There is a good amount of exaggeration coming with each scene. It needs some absurdity to go even further beyond. Like when Nan Hao steps on a pencil and sleeps, pulling down Shang Feng's shirt, and of course, squeezes his cock. Anyway, comedy without exaggeration just doesn't hit right. It's what makes a scene go from huh to and this manhwa gets it. I'm sorry about that, no, not November is getting to me. Nan Hao gets into these embarrassing situations, like when he randomly stops for a few seconds in front of a mirror to check himself out, only for the girl he likes to catch him in the middle of his sexy gaze. It's embarrassing, but his good friend is right there to offer him support and comfort. No, he makes fun of him, of course that's what you do. Shang Feng is a troll, a massive one. Outside of the instances where he loves to troll random people, like when he pointed a woman who asked for directions to some traffic officers just to take the piss, he likes to play with his friends' feelings for this one particular girl. What do you feel when the person you like appears in front of you? She walks towards you, she's embarrassed. After struggling within her mind, she finally opens her mouth and says, "Thanks for coming to my wedding." Fucking monster. These scenes where the boys make fun of each other are almost always backed up by this one chick who loves to draw them getting gangbanged, railed, BDSM, you name it, she draws it all. The punchlines that focus on her are my favorite. There is this scene where Nan Hao accidentally picks up her sketchbook instead of her homework, and let's say he's a bit surprised to see himself getting done. But it must be a misunderstanding, right? His eyes must deceive him. And of course it is. She grabs her book and finishes the sketch. Much better. The classic swimming race. This panel right here conveys the feeling of the manhwa perfectly. Shang Feng gets Nan Hao into trouble, then offers to help him before the situation escalates too much, while his love interest draws a nice and wholesome scene of the events that unfold before her. This is pretty much the formula of the manga. It's the show don't tell series, as the dialogue is kept to a minimum, and some chapters have none at all. The art is super neat and clean, extremely easy to follow, It has that non-Japanese scroll down layout, the shenanigans of the boys are hilarious and it works. Read a few chapters, give it a try, it's great.